The history of Sag Harbor is intertwined with New York and Long Island's evolution. Its story is one of resilience and transformation, from a whaling and shipping port in the 19th century to a beloved community today.
A revitalized Sag Harbor, prioritizing pedestrians with open streets. In the off-season, only 58% of homes are owner-occupied, while the remaining 42% are either seasonal or vacant homes, highlighting a direct correlation between Sag Harbor's poor affordability and the rising home costs. Sag Harbor experiences an increase in population similar to that of Southampton and East Hampton during the vacation months. Tourism brings about economic prosperity, but it can disrupt the social fabric of a community.
Sag Harbor is a secure community, making it ideal for prioritizing walkability among residents and connecting the residents with the village business district. Accessory dwelling units are permissible in the R20 district and can be allowed in the village business district with special exceptions.
Many people from outside the village boundary use Main Street as a pass-through without experiencing it from a local lens. Introducing street closures will reduce the traffic during the peak season, and it will promote integration of the local and tourist population.
The proposal consists of 4 phases centered around prioritizing pedestrians and culture, while simultaneously increasing the density and affordability of the area. It is a progressive implementation of street markings and closures with an overlap of additional programs and housing targeted towards the workforce population.
Using various open street concepts and proven techniques, such as a shift from parking lanes to bike lanes, gives valuable space back to the people. Street closure and temporary structures provide a new layer of program which have lasting impacts on the culture of Sag Harbor and helps to reimagine its main streets. The density of people on the streets and in housing units undergoes dynamic changes from its current state. In the low season, there is an increased density of people which remains on the sidewalks, and in the high season, it expands into the streetscape. The experience of Sag Harbor will be adaptable. In the winter, there will only be single-lane access to Main Street. In the spring, access through the street will vary based on weekday or weekend settings. The fall will offer similar opportunities and experience new events on the street. During the peak season, full street closures will be implemented as the largest change to the streetscape.
The existing historic Main Street exudes charm with its timeless architecture and quaint storefronts, while the proposed extensions of the shops on Main Street aim to seamlessly integrate modern housing and enhance the overall density. The units will vary in size to appeal to different demographic groups and alleviate congestion in the village. Sag Harbor experienced a 20% population growth from 2018 through 2023. With the introduction of housing extensions, the goal of the final phase provides a solution to this trend in increasing population density. This will be accomplished through various types of housing units to fit the needs of students, families, and the local workforce by 2030. Shared or communal housing options provide versatile solutions that cater to the local workforce, fostering a collaborative and cost-effective living environment that promotes a sense of community. More private units are available for families localized within Sag Harbor's Village Business District.
Phase 2, 3, and 4 will experience overlapping conditions, including housing development and changes to the street. The success of the phasing will be determined by the dual factors of sustained population growth and the compelling desire for individuals to experience a revitalization on Main Street. Along certain points of Main Street, an operable canopy system will be constructed to define the new program needs. The space will provide structure and shading to the activities below, which will include markets, extensions of shops, and other leisurely activities. The canopy will be introduced with structural footings and slowly transform into a semi-permanent structural system with operable panels which retract or extend to meet the seasonal needs. The vertical structure will consist of steel columns connected by timber beams with a series of supporting members to hold the glazing above. Horizontal tracks will allow the glazing to slide back and forth, creating different possibilities on the street below. A viewing deck has also been implemented to experience the historic harbor and new extensions, creating Sag Harbor's identity. This revitalization on Main Street will be the result of a gradual increase of population on the street and the priority given to the people, program, and activity.
In efforts to mitigate traffic and overall congestion, Limiting automotive access through street closure allows for economic and communal opportunities. The project plan aims to reintroduce a sense of density which Sag Harbor once experienced through an infill process that utilizes and extends existing one-story buildings along Main Street. In 2025, bike paths are the first markings on the street, creating a new means of transportation and access to Main Street. Valuable street space will then be given back to the community and local businesses as an incentive for offering workforce housing above existing storefronts. The first extension will operate as the prototype for future developments to come by the end of 2030. In the years to come, seasonality will affect how the open street operates. In the winter, there will be less density on the street with full automotive access. As the peak season begins, pedestrian and community engagement is prioritized.